I wonder why I left this place.
In life, especially when it's something fictional, we root for who we like and wish for nothing but the best. But sometimes you can be blinded by the signs that tell us otherwise to how things can play out. In this case, it's what happened to CJ, and what if he actually might have stayed in the hood? Firstly, let's make things clear. Nothing I'm about to say is fact, being of course, it was left on the cliffhanger so it can be talked about for decades to come. So all I really ask is just simply see the alternative that got overlooked. Time and time I see people say CJ left the hood to become a businessman, but with that other side of how things can go, that can be rare, especially with his circumstances and where his actual wants lied, let alone that era. Saying that to say, was the stake in the casino and everything else in between really what he wanted? But before seeing the other side, let's take it back. Being in Liberty City for 5 years, it showed what he was up to, which was to say the least everything he probably was doing back in LS and what he's actually going to do after this point.
Get up! Out, man! Give me your money! All right, man. Here, man, take it. Don't shoot me.
The only thing though, as many know, this wasn't home for CJ. Living there was something forced, something he wouldn't have did if things was left up to him, alongside if things didn't play out how it did.
Brian been dead, 5 years now? Yeah, CJ had 5 years when he should have been dead.
His shame and guilt of letting his family down was what made the decision. But getting back to his city, that would happen, although on harsh terms, but as he's going to say, it was time, showing what he wanted, which was of course to go back home. Again though, just was something devastating to actually make that happen.
After 5 years on the East Coast, it was time to go home.
Welcome home, Carl. Glad to be back.
And getting picked up by Tenpenny already started to show more telling things as well.
So what else you got shaking, Carl?
Nothing. I live in Liberty City now.
I'm clean. Legit. Nah, you ain't never been clean, Carl.
CJ never being clean showed in the introduction and will simply be shown to be an overstatement back in LS. Of course, never being clean doesn't mean he or anyone couldn't go straight, but this does alone simply show his true nature, before guilt or anything in between. And a little after, as many know, he continued to mention how Grove Street LS was home for him, even taking blame for it, not really feeling like it was home anymore.
Grove Street.
Home.
At least it was before I fucked everything up.
This alone, of course, gave him more reason to start and show having thoughts of staying.
So when you leaving, Carl?
I ain't sure.
Thought I might stay.
Things is fucked up.
At first, he implied wanting to stay, as we heard, because of the state of his home. But a little down the line, he continued to mention why he actually was thinking to actually stay. That being family, and him personally knowing what was missing in his life.
So when you running off again?
I'm not. I'm thinking of staying.
Why?
My family, the homies is here.
We were always here, fool.
Yeah, but now I'm back, and I know what I've been missing.
Don't expect me to kiss your ass or nothing. You still a buster to me.
Yeah, okay, thanks, homie.
Yeah, don't mention it.
It wasn't money or anything else LS was seen doing to feel why he was missing out. Again, just being back around was enough.
What, you think you back on the set?
I told you that, bruh.
It was even hard for him to see others making the choice to move without him looking at it sideways, being of course he wouldn't, without being forced to leave in the first place.
Hey, Smoke, tell me why you moved out the Grove.
Man, got some money from my aunt. I mean, it's a nice place and all, but the Grove is in my heart, baby. It's where my dogs is at.
Yeah, okay, homie.
And outside of that, he couldn't even see a path of his own outside of what mattered to him, not even believing what was said in his favor, even never minding that famous book.
If you read the book, that's the way of the world, baby.
Yeah, but you know you gotta keep it real.
I admire you, Carl. You're a leader, a visionary. Remember me when you get to the top.
Give it a rest, Smoke. You full of shit.
But being home for some time, moving forward, he got what he wanted out of the things. Being again for family. And outside of making things right for his family, everything else went back to the families, Grove Street. It would even show with him and the gang getting back up, this is where his mindset was simply at. Happy to be back with no plans of leaving at all.
Hey, what's up with you, baby? So you back on the block, huh? Hell yeah!
Y'all down with CJ, right?
Yeah,
sure. He's been through a lot. I mean, we all been through a lot.
It's nothing. But you home now, partner. Yeah, that's right. Home. For sure.
But of course, he would be forced again to leave right when his family and the family started to rekindle. And his mindset even was challenged, as many know.
Just let that Grove for Life bullshit go and take a look around you.
But letting Grove Street for life go would show that actually never happened from this point forward. Atlas was home, but things would put him in situations to continue to show the point. San Fierro, to say the least, was a cultural reset or a culture shock for him. Able to have something in his name, keep in mind of what the play actually was. CJ wasn't trying to do anything he didn't know about. Kendall coming to him during settling in this new area, that was clear as day.
Hey, Carl, look. I think I found a way for us to get paid.
I ain't going to no college to study no account.
No, idiot, property.
Decorating ain't exactly my thing either.
No, property development.
I don't know, sis. This all sound big time to me.
If you want to make something of yourself, you gotta let your money work for you.
Look, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Look, you two concentrate on the garage and let me work the property thing, okay?
And as we heard, Kendall had CJ just worry about the garage, and we'll see what that came with real soon. But before that, even the people he started to meet was basically, to say the least, confirmation to get back to the hood. Meeting up with Zero was again something clear as day.
No. And they say gangbangers is petty and small-minded.
Seeing a nerd stress about something petty and small-minded, that would make things okay to gangbang, right? And of course, getting land consisted of what he always knew, no different than a turf war. Even down the line, he called himself nothing more than a street cat, alongside not feeling San Fierro for the obvious. It wasn't home.
Carl, how's San Fierro?
It's fucked up.
Now you got the present for that friend of mine, right? You know, the one trying to get me and old Officer Pulaski into trouble?
Yeah.
Why don't you put that up in his car and give We-Tip a call?
Hey, motherfucker, the code of the streets is that I don't snitch. I don't give a fuck if it kills you, me, my brother. Street cats don't call no cops.
Carl, he's a DA.
And around this time, his ways even started to be called out as far as having a certain mindset.
You're fucking crazy, Holmes. You gotta get out of this ghetto mentality.
But even with this, his mindset was accepted, even with the new he couldn't grasp. Back to doing things for the garage, this part of the story continued to show his nature. I brung up his time at LC to show things wasn't far off what he seen doing at this point. Being stealing cars for it to be chopped for parts was again the same exact thing he was doing. Just cut the middleman, not even wanting to understand the new in that though.
I don't know what he just said, but it's on.
Yes, it's on.
Even talking to Caesar, instead of all getting out the hood, his first thought was just that being good for Kendall.
My home will always be the Barrios and El Corona, but this city, it has something gentle about it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Kendall seems to like it too, you know?
Oh yeah, she's really getting her head into this business thing.
That's good. She always been the brains of the family. She should get out the ghetto and make something of herself.
I think she's aiming to make something out of all of us, eh?
And of course, even again, with the new, it simply was things he couldn't let go. And that was understood, to say the least.
We're almost living a normal life, huh? This is far from Grove Street, right?
Yeah, I know, but I just can't get it out the back of my mind. Moms, sweet, smoke. I just can't let that go.
Showing although he started to gain, it still wasn't enough. And even with that, talking to Caesar, again, only what really continues to have him have a certain mindset. That being if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of vibe.
Gotta be an easier way to earn a living than this.
Sure, Holmes, I guess. But what else you qualified for?
Yeah, I feel you.
Even with learning how to fly, jetpacks, and everything else, it was just to simply go back to again what mattered for him. And of course, by the time he found himself in Venturas, he still was who he was as far as his mindset outside of what he started to gain.
I wonder why it's only them and not the others.
Probably ain't just them. Rule of the streets, don't snitch. What we need is to hit the Mafia casino. Yeah, go jack the place.
Hey, hitting a casino isn't like gangbanging. It's a whole different league.
Yeah, you right. It'll take some planning, but I'm down. She always wanted to pull a heist.
Even pulling this heist, it just was to simply do it.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, but I got some money that needs spending on some expensive trash, so if you excuse me.
But this next thing is telling alone. Keep in mind, what he was doing still was illegal, from the garage all the way to the stake in the Four Dragons casino. But as we're going to see, he didn't enjoy it.
Damn. This casino game is hard work. I thought it was just a case of opening the doors and letting suckers give you their money.
He then, as many know, would see Mad Dog with the same thought he had throughout after being forced to leave, something he didn't plan.
I want to go home now, CJ.
But again, telling things would be heard. CJ, of course, still showing his mindset.
Yeah.
Nice crib.
Thanks, player.
We could do with a place like that to set up in the LS again. Wait for Sweet. Get things moving.
This can be telling alone for the fact alone what's already not moving as far as what he's been doing. Showing it still with certain things missing for him.
Get out this midget game.
That being getting his family together alongside again the Grove Street families. But with that, he will be back to the city.
Come with me, all of you. We all going home.
Although he didn't go back to the hood initially, as many know, Sweet forced the issue. Instead of blaming Sweet for CJ's return, look at it as Sweet reminding CJ of his actual wants, which can show clear as day.
Hey man, we off to our new spot. We got a mansion, Sweet. We've been putting in work, and shit is going well. We got a stake in the casino, we got some insane shit in Fierro, we get into the rap game.
Keep in mind, the casino wasn't his wants being what came with it. The garage he spoke on, not able to let certain things go. And the rap game, he wasn't into either. And the fact these things only really came along with actually trying to get Sweet out of prison in the first place. And although illegal, alongside it not being what he wanted, the argument of course was telling alone.
You never did get it, did you, Carl? I need to go check on things in the hood. Man, that's the problem. You always a perpetrator, running from what's real.
Hey man, shit's fucked up there. You don't want to be in the hood.
No, that's exactly where I want to be. What you done for our hood?
Man, what the hood done for me? Always dragging me down. Ever since I got out the hood, shit been cracking. That's everybody's dream to get out the hood.
Man, you sound just like Smoke right now.
Both in my opinion, having solid points, sounding like a Smoke was the thing that brung him back to Grove Street. Keep in mind what Smoke left behind to get where he was at.
I saw friends make mistakes and get pulled from the path of righteousness, but now...
The only reason CJ didn't want to go back because he felt, of course, things never got better.
You gotta understand, shit's all fucked up now, dude.
Yeah? What you want, it ain't around here no more.
So with him saying this, keep in mind again of what he wanted. Wanting to stay because of family and the families, mixed in with guilt. Betrayal, though, and not seeing results made him not want to see his wants anymore. Even getting to Grove Street, he didn't call it home anymore. But again, Sweet could really be a reminder of who he was and what he actually wanted, instead of just being dragged down.
Look like baseheads and took over the spot. Let's go home.
This is home, man. Get these fuckers out of Mom's house. You was born in there. Damn!
And things will quickly show and go back to what he wanted. Guilt alone doing it after Sweet was about to be another case. His tune would change for the reason it always did.
I'm tired, man. I'm real tired. Tired of putting in the work and still shit don't get better. Tired of seeing my family fall apart.
Sweet, man, you got more heart than that. Sure, things are screwed up now, but we finna turn a corner, man. The day is coming when the Johnson family will be at the top, and it's coming real soon.
Even seeing someone like Big Bear would be more reason to maybe stick around. Guilt being brought on him still. And down the line, he then would be told he would basically have to be front line still. Fighting with staying though, going along with things out of guilt.
Man, we can't take care of this from no bitch-ass rapper's mansion.
Look, the world's bigger than this hood.
This is where our lives begin and where it's probably gonna end. And don't forget where you came from, Mr. Uppity-ass nigga.
Now that ain't fair.
Oh. Somebody just crossed out all the writing on the wall, disrespected your hood, and you act like you don't give a fuck. That ain't fair.
Okay. Have it your way. Come on.
And the riots happening, he speaks on his wants, not wanting to help Caesar for promises he made to his family in Grove Street, not shying away like he was seen earlier.
Man, I'm kinda busy right now, family shit.
I helped you guys, hombre. It's time you help me and my homies.
I know, but I got a lot going on right here in my own hood, man. And I made my brother a promise.
All your brother wants you to do is pay back your debt, CJ.
All right, I hear you.
At this point, he was no doubt fighting with staying in the hood, but at this point, what mattered to him simply again came right back. Things being for the Grove, and one last time, his family.
Smoke played me. Tenpenny played me.
They played us all.
Yeah, but you're right. I was a buster when my family needed me the most. Hey, I let Brian die, man.
This one for him. For moms. And for you, bro. For Grove Street, baby. Yeah, for the Grove, baby.
Even talking to Smoke in his last moments showed what really mattered to him after looking at Smoke's life to be a waste, hearing his motive with things.
I got caught up in the money, the power. I don't give a shit. Oh, fuck, man.
Why you just didn't quit, man?
We was like family, homie.
I just see the opportunity of when I'm gone, everyone gonna remember my name. Big Smoke.
Damn, man. What a waste.
But at this point, it was a moment of calm. Truth even going to say how he beat the system, which of course can be telling.
Let's roll.
Far out, man. You beat the system. I tried for 30 years to cross over, but you managed it, man. Man, you're an icon, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm just glad it's finally over.
And Truth going to say how he crossed over is telling alone. But next can so CJ actually staying around. Keep in mind, it's ending where it started.
Hey, now that everything is cool, we gotta stay on top of our game. Keep everything in check, but subtle.
We got problems in Venturas, problems in San Fierro. Shit's never ending.
Problems being everywhere, of course the choice was basically pick a problem to be in. But CJ wouldn't know what's next for him, about to basically be reminded of what he worked up for his family to be, from the casino all the way to Grove Street.
Anyway, what's next?
We should hit the casinos, roll some dice with Woozy.
Nah, we gotta take care of shit here first.
We going on tour, fam!
Has anyone got a tissue? My nose it won't stop running. Is anybody?
But a lot of these things wasn't important enough, leading telling words to, of course, be heard.
Carl, where are you off to now?
Finna hit the block. See what's happening.
With all of those things and still choosing the block, again showed what mattered for him. Never really being where he called home for too long if you really think about it. And as we saw, his mentality never changed, even when it did. Even admitting Sweet was right with his feelings toward him before making his exit. And having means to get money outside of what they were against, that being crack, why not stay? The alternative can be touchy, but it simply was a different time. Even what say decades later shows that alone. Keep in mind, it doesn't matter if events happened or didn't. What matters was it simply wasn't the early 90s.
Is Grove Street like a myth? Man, that's some old school shit. Hell no, it's not a myth. But times have changed, homie. I'm families. I guess like they was. But things is different now, homie. Ain't like the early 90s no more, so no.
So that time being what it was, that was a time to do things for family, alongside a certain mentality, unable to let certain things go, can be why CJ actually stayed in the hood, still being a good ending regardless, getting what he wanted.